Hi, my name is Jamie Crowder. I'm the head MMA instructor at the Henzo Gracie Academy in New York City. This is PJ McMahon, the senior instructor. And we're going to go over some feints and using of tricks or kind of being indecisive and breaking rhythm in fights to help you set your training partner up or just to break up your opponent's confidence and rhythm. Okay guys, so we've got a number of ways we can do this. Generally speaking, I like to feint things or fake punches or kicks that are significant, either the most common useful punch or strike with the hands and including the legs. So we must try to learn to feint with the upper body and the lower body in my view, so that we can be tricky and difficult people to deal with when we fight. Generally speaking, when you feint things, it's usually a good idea to establish them first. So as most people understand in this game, the jab is a very important punch in boxing and in general combat sports. If I'm stepping in and firing my jab and everything is good and I'm landing it occasionally and it's starting to have an effect, that's when I can use the old, some people call it milling, the old boxing term, where I roll my punch forward and it rolls and then comes back. And if I'm getting a reaction again, this is when I look for my feint. If my training partner's not doing anything and he's still getting cracked, I advise you to just keep doing that, because that's a good thing. But the moment my training partner maybe parries the jab or starts backing up a little bit, that's when I can start to feint and then use the options to strike with my other hands or my legs. If my partner's parrying that jab, when I see that, we move around, we keep sparring. A little bit later on I can feint and maybe I can come with the hook around the corner. Here I can feint, and then as he anticipates to strike back, the level change, get my shot, things of that nature. So that's feinting with the lead hand. We can also use the rear hand to feint, of course. This is a very powerful shot, the rear straight, and my training partner doesn't want to get hit with it. A lot of times I can feint by rolling that shoulder forward and just giving it a little bit of forward momentum with the lead leg, like a feint, and that sets up a nice hook to the chin, or here, coming in to the body. Uppercut also, it's up to you. But the principle I'm trying to put across is using both hands to feint and trick your training partner. And a lot of times I'm feinting after I've already been in the fight for maybe a round or two. Get people established, get them comfortable with what they think you're going to do. The jab here, the feint of the jab and then jab again. Or here, jab, feint the right hand, and then that loads up your hook or your hook to the body. Hands up nice and sharp. That's feinting with the hands. Sometimes we can go with the option of the leg too, and this is a common one, of course. When we're firing the teep right down the middle here, my training partner's looking to parry it or perhaps catch it in either way. If he's not doing that same thing whenever I kick and it's landing, then I should just keep doing it. But the moment my training partner responds, instead of stopping doing that technique because there's a consequence for me, I start using it against them. So if my training partner PJ kicks me and he recognizes that he's getting his leg caught, instead of just stopping for the rest of the fight, he can fake it here and get me to reach and come back with his own counter. It's not always about just technique, it's about principle. And you can apply that principle to whatever your favorite techniques are. So if you've got a particularly good low kick or you're known for a good rear straight, then I always advise it's a good way to pair that up with a feint. So when you're dangerous with a certain technique, when maybe you've developed something, you can start feinting that technique because people are really going to believe in it, and then you can pair it up with something else. The feint of the right, come with the hook, obviously finishing with a classic low kick off the hook, any of those things, but the principle being, if I'm good at one thing, it's important to start marrying that with something else so I can use it to open people up. We're at the Henzo Gracie Academy in New York City. I hope that was a helpful instructional about using feints with the hands and the legs and basically focusing on the principle of marrying your strong weapons with feints so you can really open up your training partner or your opponents if you fight. If you want to know more about the Henzo Gracie Academy, it's henzogracie.com, and hopefully we'll see you soon at the Academy. Thanks, PJ.